Hello and welcome to today's Careful Conversation discussion series. This program is being made possible by a collaborative effort between AARP Colorado and Care Partners Resource. My name is Lori Ramos Lemasters and I'm founder of Care Partners Resource. I'm a former caregiver and currently work as a caregiving expert, professional speaker, and certified Journal to the Self instructor. I built Care Partners Resource to help care partners overcome the daily challenges of caring for a loved one by offering practical solutions to the difficult decisions caregivers struggle with every day. As a part of this mission, AARP and I have partnered to bring you 7 10-minute careful conversations. Each will offer valuable information that we hope will help you in your caregiving journey. Tonight, we're welcoming Cassie Scott with DRCOG. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Lori. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So, as you know, caregivers take on so many roles when they're caring for a loved one, and oftentimes they really just don't even know where to turn. So, can you tell me a little bit about the agency that you work for?
I would love to. So I work at the Area Agency on Aging at DRCOG. And what we do there is we work diligently to try and keep people safe and healthy in their homes for as long as they choose.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, so at DRCOG, we plan and provide comprehensive services to help address the needs of seniors and people with disabilities.
Okay, so if I'm a caregiver and I have a challenge, maybe getting my mom to and from a doctor's appointment or something, might I go to your organization for help with something like that?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we deal with on a daily basis. So as the Area Agency on Aging, we receive Older American Act dollars that we put into the community to provide free services to people 60 and over, such as transportation to medical appointments, Meals on Wheels, congregate meal sites, respite care, in-home services. So calling us to maybe get set up with some of those services or discuss other resources that they might be eligible for.
So what if I have no idea? Like my mom, all of a sudden has been diagnosed maybe with early onset dementia. What could you do to help me if I'm like clueless?
Yeah, so a lot of times caregivers call us and they don't really know what they're asking for. They just know that they maybe have a new diagnosis or there's a change in someone's capacity and they don't know where to start. So that's where we come in and we might be able to do a little bit of an assessment to see if our programs could help them, or maybe it might be a program through Medicaid that can help them, and we help walk them through that process of accessing those services.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what if I've been caregiving for a while and I'm frazzled and I really need some time to get away, but I don't know about the resources that are available?
Yeah, that's the definition of respite, right? When we're caregiving, it's most important that we're taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of our loved ones adequately. Sure. So that's exactly why we have respite services. So you can get contacted with some of our contractors to do respite care. There's services like the Respite Coalition, who have respite vouchers, or they have a respite provider database that you can choose providers from. You might even be able to receive respite care through a long-term care waiver through Medicaid.
But what if I'm not comfortable dropping my mom off somewhere?
So a lot of times it's providers coming into the home, or there are some programs through the state where you can hire other family members, neighbors, friends, people that you know and trust to come in and provide that care.
Oh, so that would bring a comfort level to the caregiver to allow them to maybe bring in somebody familiar, knowing that their mom might be more comfortable with that person as well.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. So you offer an awful lot of services. Where would a caregiver get in touch with you?
So we have 2 main ways to contact us. We have our information and assistance line. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we have community resource specialists on the phones ready to make referrals, maybe make a referral to our options counseling or case management program depending on the severity of need. So that's always a good place to start. And then if you're able, or maybe you want to access resources outside of business hours, nights and weekends, we have our Network of Care website that you can browse at your leisure, and it's the same exact information that we have in our office, just available online.
So that's great. So if you're a caregiver that's computer familiar, you can go online and double check some things. But if you are more comfortable speaking to someone, and I'm sorry, you said, what are they called that answer the phone?
Community resource specialists.
Okay, terrific. So if a community resource specialist answers the phone and I don't even know what I need, would they be able to help me and walk me through the system?
Yeah, sometimes you don't know what to ask for because you don't know what's available to you. So, they're going to just start to ask some basic questions. Who am I speaking with? Who's your loved one? What are you noticing that's changing? What would make a difference in your life and their life on a regular basis? And we kind of work our way down through there with what your options might be.
Oh, that's great. So if you could offer our caregivers one takeaway from today's discussion, what would that be?
I just think it's really important for caregivers to know that every county in the nation is represented by an area agency on aging. And that area agency on aging is responsible for connecting people to resources, doing some advocacy to make sure that they get the resources that they're eligible for. And they're a wealth of information. So if you're not in the Denver region where we are at DRCOG, there is somebody where you live who can provide these same services.
That's terrific. Well, thank you so much, Cassie. In closing, I'd like to thank you for participating in today's discussion. It's been very informative. And I think that your information is really helpful, and you've clarified a lot of about your organization and that there are programs out there for caregivers. So thank you so much for that. I also want to thank you, caregiver, for tuning in to our Careful conversation. I hope that today's discussion has proven beneficial in answering questions you may have had about resources that are available to you. You can bookmark this link to offer and refer to back in the future when you're in need of a specific resource. You can check that out. Each time you watch, you will hear something different based on your needs and where you or your loved one are in their caregiving journey. I also want to thank AARP for helping to make these careful conversations available. I encourage you to watch the entire series, and please add your comments to let us know your thoughts. We hope you find each session to be helpful and informative. Take care, and remember, you don't have to be alone in your caregiving journey.